What's up, y'all? I'm gonna, it's early in the morning. I'm gonna do this Martin Luther King poem that I did for my kids. It's called WWE. Yeah, I didn't do it on King Day, but I just wanted to share it. So I'm sitting in the car, about to go get some bibimbap for lunch. Yeah, so it goes like this. I had a dream I was in a 3-man tag match. It was me, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and John Cena versus hate, anger, and racism who looked meaner than I'd ever seen him. And I said, Dr. King, I wouldn't have expected to see you here in a wrestling match. And he said, well, you must know that fighting is not a part of the plan. We're going to defeat these 3 across the ring without ever laying a hand. And when the bell sounded, we knew they were up to no good. Flying off the top ropes and raining down on my neighborhood, starting fights between friends, denying rights and hitting below the belt. So I started to run after them because I couldn't control myself. And then all of a sudden, I felt a hand touch my arm. Be calm, the voice said. Fighting hatred with hate will do nothing but harm, Dr. King told me. He said hate would win if I let it control me. So I stopped myself and relaxed, trying to think of a way to do the right thing. And then John Cena drew back his arm and was ready to swing at racism. Hate didn't try to jump in to save him, and anger, seeing that it was in danger, got so upset that it threw a tantrum, knocked out the ref, and he still didn't get up yet. Dr. King jumped in front of John Cena's fist and said, son, I wouldn't do that. John Cena's fist stopped in mid-swing, turned around, back down to his sides, and the 3 of us looked at each other. We welled up with pride. Hate acted scared and said, I give up! But he lied and tried to turn us against each other, but we refused. We knew that this was a match that was too important to lose. Dr. King said, listen, we must have WWE. And then I realized what he meant was worldwide equality. So we said, no, we won't fight back. We'll show love instead and treat them like we would want to be treated, killing them with kindness until they retreated. Believe me, I'm waving a hand to shake in front of their face, but they can't see me. All they see is hate, anger, and racism, still chasing to kill any hope for peace. So I thought instead of a chokehold, I would go hold hands with hate and then not release the grip until he ceased to exist. And then people would seem to shift toward each other with hands outstretched to come together. And then all of a sudden, I was so filled up with love that I reached out to hug him, and poof, he was gone. Cena was like, that's what's up, son. I said it was nothing. Anger was so mad that it screamed and then drop kicked Cena as hard as it could. But he got up, brushed his shoulders off, and was like, it's all good. And when anger was met with understanding, instead of planning to get even, it was out like 3rd grade crushes. Now it gets crushed when we see him. Then Dr. King stood mid-ring and racism stood face to face with him. And Dr. King took out a pen, started writing his I Have a Dream speech. And with every word written began erasing him until only the memory of the word was left in place of him. Me and Cena thanked and then flanked Dr. King and began embracing him. Cena was like, yo, we wasted him. And then just as I started realizing Dr. King was so tough, I heard a siren outside my window and I woke up.